going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for taking the time to tune in and watch the video. Today I'm going to be going over the Crescent Smalley with you. Some mods I made. A lot of people consider the Smalley one of the best throw and go kayaks ever, as far as size and weight wise and features that it has. A lot of people disagree and a lot of people agree, but for me I think it is one of the best, and I've added a few things to it to make it even better. Today I'm going to go over my setup and show you what all I got going on with it. Let's get to it. Alright guys, one of the first things I added was these Kayak bases. Got one on both sides for usually where I mount my front camera at. Foot pegs. These are the stock foot pegs, but as you can see, I've got steering cable lines to them. It's kind of drilled a little hole right there, and I've got the cord wrapped around and then through in the knot. That way I'll have some extra cord in case something happens. I can unwind it. Right here I got the Kayak paddle grip. Just got it on a Kayak side mount arm. Got one right here. Got the other one right here behind the seat. The reason I didn't go with a double header is because there's really no track here by the seat. So instead of having to reach way up to the front with a double header, I just did two singles. That way I can pop each end of the paddle in, and works great. Third mod I made was adding this Kayak seat cushion. First time I went out in the kayak, I ran it in the high position, and I just don't feel stable in the high position. I love it in the low position though, and with that 2-inch cushion, it's perfect height. Gets me up off the deck, and it's comfortable. You can fish all day without any backache or anything. It's perfect height for me. Moving on, I've got the Perception seat back cooler. I've had several of these. I keep them on all my kayaks. Big enough for 8 or 9 drinks and a couple of sandwiches, and it keeps it off the deck and out of your way. And also got a little storage pouch right here. Put some odds and ends, crackers or line or any small little tools or anything. And keeps your drinks cool pretty much all day. Biggest mod I've made, guys, is adding this Bixpy Universal Rudder Adapter. I've got the K1 on it, and this thing is lightweight. That rudder and motor only weighs about 2.5 pounds, so it's really not adding a lot. I fabricated this aluminum bracket to line up with the 4-bolt pattern. It's the same as the Newport. Now I've got a Newport on my bigger kayak. I've got a Newport 180 Pro, and I drilled the boat holes to be the same as that. So if I ever wanted to add the NK 180 to this, I could. I wanted to keep this as lightweight as possible, so I made this aluminum bracket. Some scrap aluminum I had, and I've got the Bixpy gudgeon right there on the back. That rudder goes right in there. So with the rudder and the motor, it's about 3 pounds, and the battery, which is right here in the tank wheel, is 7 pounds. So probably 9.5, 10 pounds of weight. This kayak is already super light, so that's the setup I'm going to go with for this one. I wanted to keep it as light as possible. Now I can pop this rudder off and just put a regular rudder on there. I've done several float trips, 5 or 6 mile float trips on this kayak, and it tracks pretty good. It don't track as well as the CK1. I wanted to add a rudder and foot steering to it, just so when your current's carrying you downstream, you have a little more control over the boat. not having to make as many adjustments with your paddle. So I got this rudder and motor, and when I'm not running the motor, I can just have a rudder on there, no motor or battery, and if I'm doing float trips. But also I do a lot of creek and river fishing where I'm by myself, and I put in and go upstream a couple of miles and then fish back down. And I think this is where this motor is really going to help me out. It's going to help me get upstream better. Sometimes the current's pretty strong on these places where I go, and it's going to help me get upstream. And also put in on under some bridges and some tight, hard to reach areas. Still going to be light enough where I can throw this thing right in there and go upriver or up the creek. So adding about 10 pounds. I think the kayak is probably, I think they advertise it as 65 pounds maybe. So it's going to be about 75 pounds. I think it's still going to be under 80 pounds. It's going to be in the high 70s with the cooler and the motor and the battery. I'm not going to use the motor all the time, like I said. Just like when I'm motoring upstream, or when I'm by myself, or if I got a creek to fish with got a lot of water and I want to cover a lot of water and it's hard to get in there, and I don't want to take the big kayak, I just throw this in and cover a lot of water. But I think it's going to benefit me pretty good. This rudder is pretty neat. Let me let it down for you. It's kind of a gravity system. So I got my steering cable run. Got my steering cables run through these eyelets. It's already set up on the Smalley, so you just put the cord in there and it comes out right up here. Comes out right there, and you can just hook it to them foot pedals, or you can upgrade and get some better foot pedals. But for now, I'm gonna stay with these stock ones. If I don't want to carry the motor, I can get the stock clips, put the clips back in there and keep them moving. I'm not running the motor rudder. But here's my line. Here's my lift line. Got it running through these eyelets right here. I added another one right there. Added a cleat. And it's got a little ball on the end of it. It's pretty easy to that's it. That's all there is to it. Turns easy. When you come into some shallow water, guys, you just pull that lift line up. Stows out of the way. Put that cord in the cleat and it's up and out of the way. But I think this motor is going to help me out. In them hard to get to areas where I'm by myself and need to go upstream, or even if I'm doing a float trip, just put the rudder on there without the motor. Help me guide the boat a little bit without making a ton of corrections with the paddle. And for about 10 pounds of weight, I think it's going to be nice. That's my setup of my Crescent Smalley, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Please like and comment down below. Let me hear your thoughts on it. You think this is a good setup? Let me know in the comments. Appreciate y'all watching and sticking with me. Thanks to all the new subscribers for joining the channel. Means a lot to me, guys. So thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time.